Here's the thing. Everyone online talks about never quitting, never giving up, and to keep pushing. But is that true? Is it actually good advice? Well, it depends on what you're quitting and why you're quitting. The problem with the advice they're giving you is that it's general advice, not aimed to anyone specific. And general advice tends to sound nice, but 50% of the time, it won't suit you. And honestly, this video you're watching right now and many other videos suffer from the same thing. Because this is a one-way conversation. You're watching this video and I'm talking to you, but you cannot talk back. So I cannot really give you specific good advice for your situation. But what I can do is ask you a few things to make you think it through by yourself and then decide what's the best course of action that you should take. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what are you quitting? This is an oversimplification, but there are two categories of projects and businesses you can do. One is money projects and the other is passion projects. So are you thinking of quitting a money project or a passion project? Basically, a money project can be anything you started for the sake of money. That was the main end goal. You were doing it mainly for the money. That doesn't mean you don't or cannot enjoy it, but enjoyment is mostly optional or a nice extra thing, as it's not the main focus or priority of why you're doing it. Also, I would classify a job as a money project. I don't think it's that different to have a job as to have your own project or business. You're most likely doing both for the money. The difference is risk and scalability. With a job, you have less risk than with your own projects or businesses, as you have that paycheck coming in consistently. But on the flip side, it doesn't scale. That's your salary, and it's very unlikely it will go up significantly. With your online business or project, you carry more risk, but you also have the opportunity to make way more money in case things go well for you. So a good way to know whether what you're doing is a money project or not is to ask yourself, what was the first thing that drove you towards doing it? What caught your attention? Was it the money you could make out of it? That's usually what happens with all these cash cow online businesses, such as dropshipping, Amazon FBA, social media marketing agencies, affiliate marketing. Everyone starts those not because they love something about those businesses and the value they provide, but just because they see people online making 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month. That's what makes you interested in those businesses, and that's why you start them. Let's be real. No one does dropshipping because it's their life passion. It might be more or less enjoyable based on personal preferences, but it's nobody's life passion. On the other hand, you have passion project. This is something you like for the sake of it. Again, that doesn't mean you don't care about the potential of money, but the main thing that drives you to do it is the activity itself, is how much you love doing it just for the sake of it. You're not only focused on vanity metrics like money and material success or social recognition. Passion projects usually go beyond you. What it means is that what you're doing will have a positive effect on others. It's not about your personal gain, but in a way, some contribution to society and humanity. It doesn't need to be anything huge. Something that affects a handful of people could already be a passion project. I have two pieces of advice for passion projects. First, these things take time to see results in, more than money projects. So be patient. Say, for example, you've always loved movies and storytelling and you decided to become a screenwriter. Cannot think that you're gonna make it into Hollywood or win an Oscar with your first movie screenplay. Usually, from what I've heard, it takes at least 10 screenplays to really make it as a writer. So you have to give these things enough time. You're playing the long game here, so that could easily take you 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So just check the standards of the industry you're playing in, and you should be able to tell if you're quitting too soon or not. Now, say you've written 50 screenplays and you still haven't made it into Hollywood, but you're still very passionate about writing. Here comes my second piece of advice for passion project. Never fully quit the activity, just pivot. So instead of writing movie screenplays, try to write a book or a blog, or join a movie production company and work as an advisor or writer there. Maybe screenplays were not quite your thing and that's why it isn't working, and you would be much better off with a book. It's still storytelling, just a different format to do so. But there's something though with passion projects. If it's your passion, you would know. So if you're having that many doubts, it probably quite isn't it. Yes, you would love to have success and make money out of it. Yes, it would be nice to get wide recognition, but you would still be having fun. and you would be completely okay sitting at home by yourself, working on it, making $0 from your project. So if the outcome matters that much to you, maybe this isn't it. Now, what about quitting money projects? That's easier to measure. You should give your money projects at least a minimum of 6 months, ideally 18 before quitting. If you haven't given a project at least 6 to 18 months of dedicated effort, you cannot say that you've truly tried. It's easy to become discouraged or get caught up after the excitement of something new, but quitting a project too soon can mean that you miss out on the opportunity to see it through to completion. Projects often face challenges and obstacles along the way, but it's important to remember that these challenges are a normal part of the process and that you can overcome them with hard work and determination. That's why it's important to set clear goals before starting. So a few months down the line, you can know if you've tried what you wanted to try and if you decide to quit logically or it's more of an emotional thing. What often happens is that when we get discouraged from our current project, we start suffering from shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome in the context of work and productivity refers to the tendency for people to start new projects or initiatives before fully completing or seeing the results of the previous ones, as the new project or opportunity seems more exciting or attractive. This can lead to a cycle of constantly starting new projects but never fully completing any of them, resulting in reduced productivity and a lack of focus on achieving goals. It is often driven by FOMO, by fear of missing out on the next big thing and the desire to be on the cutting edge. At the end of the day, what you'll need is to sit down in peace and quiet and be honest and genuine with yourself. Deep down, you know if you gave it your best or not. Try to imagine how you'll feel in a few months or years down the line. Would you regret having quit, or you'll be okay with that because you knew you gave it your best and there isn't much else to do?
Now, you can try to figure out how to make money online on your own, but if you want to go straight to the right answer and learn literally the best method that exists out there as of right now that's helping complete beginners go from $0 to $1,000 a day without any previous experience, click the link in the description to sign up for this week's free workshop and you'll learn how you can start earning a sizable income online as fast as possible. So click the link in the description now.